This place is amazing. It's like a playground.
There's a chill-out zone with games, table football, everyone gets a scooter. There's characters from all the movies like Nemo, Luigi from Cars. There's all-day, all-you-can-eat breakfast. You get to design cool stuff on awesome computers, drawing characters, making models, and everyone working here gets involved in making the movie. From acting out scenes for the story artists, coming up with jokes, or recording sound effects and voices of the characters.
Now, this is the main recording studio at Pixar, where they record some of the best voices from their films. People like Sully and Mike from Monsters University. And this is Andrew.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
Nice to meet you.
Now, Monsters University is all about being the scariest monster out there, wouldn't you say?
Definitely.
Now, I need to get in training, so I was wondering if I could go into the booth and work on my roar.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay.
Okay, so there's 3 different components of a roar. There's the duration of the roar, the volume of the roar, and the intensity of the roar. So reach deep down and let the scary out.
What was that?
Yeah, well, try another take. Breathe deep, open your diaphragm, you know, really, really let the scary out.
Who's the joker with the sound effects?
We're just messing with you, so let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you really let scary out.
I think I'll head off to meet the guys who do the real voices for some real scare training. I'm here with Billy Crystal and John Goodman, the voices behind Mike and Sully. What was it like to get stuck into these characters again?
You know, it was kind of thrilling because, for me, I really missed them. You know, it's almost like 12 years since we first met them, and it just felt like second nature to get into them again.
Really? I think there's a little more to it than that.
Just like falling out of bed. I mean, I see the movie every once in a while, and I miss these guys, and I miss that whole reality that Pixar created.
The characters are a little bit younger, they're like 18 now. How are they different?
They come to it with different attitudes. I'm gonna be the greatest scare that ever lived, and no one's gonna stop me.
I'm gonna scare circles around you this year.
And I really don't have the natural gifts that Sully has.
James P. Sullivan.
Like Bill Sullivan?
He's my dad.
I expect big things from you.
You're my hero! Yeah!
The expectations you have, I guess, when you're very young and learning how to deal with when the road's closed, you know, taking those little detours that actually make your life better.
You want your state-of-kind material, freshman?
Oh, thanks.
No.
He's an Omega Howl guy.
Back off. We saw him first.
No way, we did.
I'll take it from here. Any freshman with the guts to pull off a stunt like that has got Future Scarer written all over him.
Hey, did you see me ride the pig? That took guts. Slow down, Squirt. This party is for scare students only.
A school for scaring and disco dancing monsters? Who comes up with this stuff? Let's go meet the brainstorming team. So I'm here with Dan and Corey, director and producer of Monsters University. Guys, it's an amazing film. Why the idea to go into the past and see where it all began?
We wanted to make a film where we got to learn just a little bit more about these guys' relationship.
Okay, I'll lift the bed, you grab the pig. Ready?
What?
1, 2, 3.
Plus, we figured Monster College would be awesome.
Fantastic.
Careful, he's a biter.
Was it hard to choose what you wanted to keep or maybe didn't have time to use in Monsters University?
Well, there's a lot of great characters in Monsters, Inc. There's always a temptation to bring them all back and do a lot of cameos. We wanted to keep those characters special to that film.
So what are your favourite comedy moments from the first film and from this film?
I mean, I think it's hard to pick one scene from Monsters Incorporated, but really every scene that Mike and Sully are kind of bickering and going at each other.
Mom, what are you doing?
Your grubby paw was in my bed.
Were you kissing my hand?
Excuse me.
I just want to get my...
The spark of that relationship and the comedy in that relationship was fantastic.
First morning in the house.
That's going in the album.
Okay, I just remembered my favorite part of Monsters, Inc., the In 7, when the guy's holding up the 7.
That is one of my favorites.
That's the best one.
In 7, 6, 5.
And then...
Guess how many individual hairs Sully has on his whole body? 5.5 million, and each one needs to be animated in 3D for the final movie. So let's go and find out how Sully is made more lifelike in monster animation.
the party scene.
All of the fraternity are at a party. They're really excited to be there, except for Sully. Squishy is having the time of his life, and he is roping him onto the dance floor. He gets him out on the dance floor, and Sully decides to dance.
So when you're doing something like this, bringing this to life, do you have to get freaky on the dance floor yourself and go and try and work it out?
Well, I did do video reference of this guy.
So you know how to do this move?
I do know how to do this
You
move.
may have to show us later.
I might. If you're nice to me, I might. I call this the going nuts pass. So just a different energy. Sully's an interesting character. He's very confident, he's a little cocky, but he is probably not as comfortable on the dance floor as some of the other characters might be. So he had to have this interesting balance of confidence but reticence. So this version is what's in the film.
Right.
It's the final lighting, so with the disco lights and everything. His arms are up, like kind of a scaring pose, hip-hop, more relaxed. He's kind of a little half-lidded.
Yeah.
And he's kind of got a goofy smile on his face.
It's quite a jump from the last one to this one.
So I think the lighting here makes it really feel like a party.
Very funny, Sullivan.
You look great, Wazowski.
You know, if you're gonna prank someone, the least you could do is think of something clever. What? What's happening? I don't get it.
I love college.
Oh, closed set. Wonder what goes on in there.
At any one time, the team here are working on 3 or 4 different movies. Movies that we won't get to see for ages. Movies that are top secret.
Okay. Listen to what I found out. Pixar are working on a brand new film called The Good Dinosaur. It's all about what the world would be like if dinosaurs never became extinct. And they're working on a sequel to Finding Nemo called Finding Dory. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
I can't go back to jail. Okay, go!
Tentacles and serpents' wings, they... Oh!
That is crazy!
Chet, calm down.
I'm sorry.
So guess who got caught sneaking around? And now I've got to go and see the head, Dean Hardscrabble. It's the one thing I've been trying to avoid all day. Should be okay though. Dean Hardscrabble is voiced by British actress Helen Mirren.
Enter, Nigel.
Wish me luck.
So, Nigel, I hear you've been caught doing naughty activities.
You are correct, but it's only because I love Pixar films and I'm trying to find out all I can about Monsters University and the other things they're working on.
Nigel, you should have come straight to me.
You're very scary.
Well, you know, the head of any university is always going to be scary.
Scariness is the true measure of a monster. If you're not scary, what kind of a monster are you?
Needless to say, they expect the same of their students.
It's my job to make great students greater, not make mediocre students less mediocre. That is why, at the end of the semester, there will be a final exam. Fail that exam, and you are out of the scaring program.
Now, the thing is, I'm actually learning to be a bit of a scarer myself. I've been working on my scary stuff. Do you think I'm going to be able to make it, or have you got any tips for me?
I would say that you're not very good at being scary at the moment. In fact, I would say you're useless.
Useless?
Absolutely useless.
Any tips? Is there any hope for me?
Yes, you have to learn stillness, and you have to reach down into yourself and bring out the scary in a person.
Dean Hardscrabble, in the film, her movements are very precise. And what did you think when you first saw it on screen?
In movement in general, it's always a great help to have many, many, many feet. And I also, of course, have a fabulous pair of wings, which I can unfurl. And, you know, deans need to swoop in on people.
And finally, what do you think makes Pixar movies so amazing?
Pixar itself, as you know from snooping around, is an incredibly creative place where the ability to imagine has not been forgotten. It's such a great place to be.
Imagine a university
where I can be unique.
In a family of thousands.
where I can love to learn.
And learn what I love.
I've learned about storyboarding, colour scripts, animation, and seen how these amazing movies are brought to life. And thanks to my scare training, check this out.
Tonight we party like scarers!
The Scare Game! A super intense scary competition!
You could totally die.
And it's worth it!
If you lose, you will leave Monsters University.
So be ready! Let's begin the first competition!
Good luck, ladies.
Thanks! We're gonna rip you to pieces!
Go! Hey!
I want a piece of that action! Jazz clown! My Aunt Phyllis! In the morning!
Quiet.
What's so scary about a little old librarian?
Move it! Come on!